in black. Mhm. In black. I'm gonna hand out some smack. That's the kind of smack you guys are thinking about. Brain smacks. Ba-ding, ba-ding, ba-ding. Er. You didn't even see it coming. And you hit yourselves. It's fucking weird. But anyways, let's get on with what's going on in the world. I like to keep myself updated and well, try and figure out why people do the things that they do. Well, it's because we're just not true to ourselves. I believe, you know what I mean? We're too scaredy pants to step up and do what's right. If we could get hurt, we're definitely not standing up for ourselves. So I'm watching this Kevin Spacey again interview. Oh, where'd you go, buddy? You're back. You're back, hey, buddy. Or is this someone that's pretending to be little me? Hey. Anyways, bud, we got a real problem here with Kevin Spacey. Some of the people that have said he did bad stuff, they died it. You know what I mean? They couldn't live that anymore. They had to hurt themselves. Well, I can't find you when I go to tag, buddy. Did you like make it so I can't tag you anymore? I can't find you in that. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Uncle Will somehow found a way. Oh, you lost that. I'm gonna have to find the little. I thought I would have had the little Me Too channel. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to find her. But anyways, back to Kevin Spacey. But remember when he said I was on fucking Epstein's plane, but fuck, I didn't know anybody. I I saw Bill hanging out with young girls, and he was hanging out with that. That's when I knew. You know what I mean? That's the thing. These fuck faces tell on the other ones, not realizing because they're too busy trying to fucking dramatize themselves out of their own situation. You know what I mean? But this situation with Kevin Spacey and Guy Pearce, I think I know what happened. You know what I mean? Like Guy Pearce is saying that when he worked with Kevin on a movie, Kevin was a bit touchy. You know what I mean? He didn't really feel safe on set unless the other actor who looked better than him was on. So then he was, but that's what he said. But anyways, I do believe Guy Pearce had a problem and Kevin was too fucking handsy. But I do think that Guy Pearce probably didn't have the balls to say to fucking Kevin Spacey, hey, bud, keep your fucking hands and eyes to yourself. It's just not happening. I'm sorry, bud. Either I'm not swinging your way or you're just not handsome enough for me. Please keep it professional, but we can't do that. You know what I mean? We can't just tell somebody they're making us because, hey, if we piss Kevin Spacey off, we could probably have a career problem. You know what I mean? Poor guy, just afraid to say anything, just willing to be a piece of meat for fucking Kevin Spacey. Was it Kevin's power and influence? Like, I could have stopped it right there. But no. But in Kevin's little to the world about, hey, all these people who say this shit, they're just fucking liars. Anyways, Kevin brings up a time where Guy Pearce came to his house in Savannah. Here's the thing, even when people feel like they're victims, they'll go to the person that victimized them if they think they can get ahead. You know what I mean? I don't doubt that fucking Guy Pearce felt uncomfortable and all that shit, and that he went and hung out with Kevin Spacey because, well, if you're making Kevin Spacey happy, maybe Kevin Spacey spreads the word about Guy Pearce and he can get more jobs or something. Maybe he was struggling at the time to get some jobs, but he thought maybe whoring himself out without ever really having to do anything could influence Kevin. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not going to hang out with somebody at their fucking home who like kept trying to touch me at work. It's just not happening. But hey, that's how these Hollywood stars fucking that's what they say. You gotta give ahead to get ahead. You know what I mean? Oh, Uncle Will, you've been in the lawnmower gas again. Oh, yes, yes. Is this the real Uncle Will? People running around saying they're Uncle Will and they're not really Uncle Will. So I'll just pretend like you are Uncle Will, okay? Well, Uncle Will, guess what, bud? You're surfing with Satan. Nothing you say or does has no effect on me. I feel sorry for you. You are absolutely fucking brain dead, bud. I don't know. I hope you find yourself, but you got a lot of faces, dude. A lot of fucking faces. I don't know what to tell you, dude. Hey, what's up, vintage? Yeah, Kevin Spacey, he admits to being. Do you not keep up? Well, Trump was on Epstein's plane too. Well, I don't know. We can never get those flight logs, but you know what I mean. Could have worked together to got him, but you guys love your child fuckers. You know what I mean? You do not want to stand up to them at all because there's nothing you can do. We're not brainwashed, Carl. You are. You're the crazy one. Talking all about Jesus and the truth should matter to us. The truth, USA, USA, USA. Okay, brother. I love the USA. They're just a little brain dead right now. You know what I mean? Listen, you guys can't quite figure out that. Hey, listen, I think Zelensky stole from you guys, okay? I think he's a bad guy. Just my opinion. It might not be true. You know what I mean? He, hey, where's all our money, Z? Where's all the stuff we gave you, bud? Ah, I can give you like an account for like half of it. But remember when my wife came and she visited the USA and she got those beautiful diamonds. Mm, but anyways, hey, I don't think you have the right to speak for another country. You know what I mean? Donald Trump is representing Ukraine right now. You get how all sorts of fucking wrong that is, right? And well, he's already got a deal on the table for you guys. You guys walk away with something. You get rare earth minerals and shit. You'll be banking off the destruction because you paid for the destruction of fucking Ukraine because somehow you fucking bought into Ukraine was somehow going to defeat Russia for the world. You know what I mean? Just feed them money. It'll work. Like, hey, I don't know. Uncle Will, I know you're not a real deep thinker, but I'm telling you what, everything should be out there for you guys to see. You know what I mean? There is software. There is software out there, bud, that could show you things that are. money that's allocated, and then it could build a bill of material, and you could actually see that flow of money. So the American people could click on and see, hey, everything's going good. Hey, what's this? What's this? Why do we need to know that? Fuck, how much cocaine can fucking monkeys handle in a month? Just on a complete bender. Why does this cost $3 million? But it's a big fucking surprise right now to you people in America that they've been wasting your money, right? Like if you were fucking awake, you would know if you were watching the shit that's going on in your fucking Congress, what they've been spending your fucking money on, you might wake the fuck up. You know what I mean? Right. But hey, you guys don't get free healthcare. But that was all free, was it? Just like Canada. No, tax dollars paid for that because you had to have it. It was a necessity, or we kill others. You know what I mean? Wear a mask. Meanwhile, all these shithead leaders are out there fucking, yeah, sex partying it up in New York. America, America. We are America. Canada, you suck. We beat you at hockey. You guys are losers. In fact, you're going to be the last state of America. Maybe not, though. You know what I mean? Maybe you guys conquer Canada before you fucking take Greenland over because you have to. It's for your defense. And hell, it'll enrich you guys too with the minerals and all the godly things that all the stuff that God provided for the people. You guys can make a mint off of that. You know what I mean? You guys can save up for your brand new trips to the brand new America. You know what I mean? Right next to God's place. You guys can just go visit Israel and then just walk on over to America. She's gonna be shiny and nice. You know what I mean? They're gonna make all those dead babies just worth it. It's gonna be fucking shiny and beautiful. Now, I don't really ever kind of have come out and said anything really about the war. I just don't think people should die, and I don't think Netanyahu's on the level, and it's all sorts of gross, but I mean, he is one of Trump's friends, right? He doesn't go around. He really did. He really did encourage that weapons of mass destruction. You know that, right? He was a big puller in there. God gets the damn. God, fuck, man. The world is in trouble if we don't get. It's the Iran thing now. It's fucking Iran is the new Saddam. Iran, Iran, Iran. We must conquer. This is a beauty thing, though. You know what I mean? Donald doesn't even have to use his own people. You guys just have to keep feeding the bombs over to fucking Israel. You know what I mean? But here's the deal. Well, I'm starting to really think like I wanted Trump to be good. I really did, vintage. But he's showing a lot of signs. And when you actually, the red flags that I had before, because I always said I had red flags, when you go back and you look at them and you start to pay attention even more, hey, there's three rules to the art of the deal. You'd have to look into what they are. I'll just tell you the very first one is deny, deny, deny. So that means lie, lie, lie. And well, you aren't a godly man if you're willing to fucking lie, lie, lie. You know what I mean? You're not godly. He's pretending to be godly. He doesn't even know fucking verses in the Bible, but he has his own Bible that he couldn't get made in his own country, but tells his own country to only deal with his own country. But when it benefits him, he'll get it made in China. A fucking Bible made in China. The weird, and it's not the first time he's done this shit. You know what I mean? They caught him right on, was it Letterman? Letterman his ties, talking all big about America and then promoting his ties, and they say, "Hey, where are they made?" And well, right on air. Cuckoo. Deny, deny, deny. We'll have to check out the other ones and bring them to you guys because you probably won't look to see what they are. But hey. Well, there's a new movie coming out, and you can hear exactly what, what his golden rules are. We can probably go over them right now. It probably wouldn't be too hard. I'll tell you guys what he says. You hearing me? Oh, fucking this is Look at You know exactly who I'm talking about. And now that you are being exalted and you are very, very well aware of all of your God given gifts and the life that you carry. The chosen whiners that don't fucking do anything. They're all out to get us. They're all out to get us. We're being gang stalked. Hey, if you're being gang stalked, well, then watch, fuck them if you're really chosen. But hey, we're the chosen. You guys just want what's ours. I'm sorry. If you're chosen, you're right in the truth and you're fighting the darkness. And oh my gosh, you're having such a good time. Hey, little me. God is good. That's what's good. That's what's good. Little mama payday. I really hope you guys get with the truth. Like, I don't, it's fucking, nobody will reply to me though. Like, I asked Triple T simple things and he won't. But he's a real fucking hero when he thinks he has the truth. He'll take anybody on. Poor me. I just have to sit here. Hey, Triple T, I got evidence saying you're not the fucking hero you think you are. You're not the great fucking man you think you are. Here's my reasons why. And he won't embrace or fucking even touch it because he knows he's wrong. He knows there was no weapons of mass destruction and that what he did was based on a fucking lie. And he doesn't want to admit to it because that would shatter his fucking image of himself when that's what he needs right now. Hey, admit the truth to yourself. It's okay to be deceived. You know what? You just gotta fucking admit it. But here's the thing. Like I pick up on little things that people say so I can kind of get to know and understand them. Triple T's a bit of a fucking narcissist too. Anybody who thinks that they should dictate to what their fucking child does for their future is fucking a moron to me. Why would you not encourage your child to do what it is, whatever the fuck they want, but tell them to fucking try and be the best at what they want to fucking be rather than fucking, you know what I mean? Well, I know you guys were the invaders, AD. We don't ask, like, you guys think Elon Musk is this fucking brilliant motherfucker. And I'm sure he is. I'm sure he's smart as a whip. But do you think he created these electric cars? Well, electric cars have been around forever, AD, if you really look. They've been way back. You know what I mean? They were just kind of tossed to the side. But then Elon came in and revolutionized the industry. Do you think it was him that created, or do you think it was people that were working with Elon? In all honesty, like, what do you think? Do you think Elon's the one drafting those rockets up in his head? Or does he have people who are smart in that category? And I'm not saying Elon doesn't know a whole lot of variety of things, but I don't think he's the one that's Well, I don't know if you know this or not, AD. Elon is about to send every American $5,000. Well, congratulations. That's what makes you guys happy. Shiny stuff or send me money. Send me money and I'll love you. I'll fucking back your play up no matter what, whether you're fucking wrong or not. I won't investigate or anything. You can just do whatever it is you want to do. Just keep sending me money, big boy. Make me happy. Elon is adopting AI faster. Well, well, these are the things we got to look at, AD. Hey, I've seen more than a few interviews with Elon saying AI bad, AI bad, AI bad, but AI good when in Elon's hands. Elon wants to make sure you all have your own little robots that know you better than you know yourselves. You know what I mean? AI in Elon's hands is the best AI. You know what I mean? And then if you get a chip in the brain, imagine you have to compete in the world, right? And once, hey, I'm telling you, AD, I really think if humanity got together, we wouldn't even need the chips. You just have to believe in yourselves. Hear the truth. You know what I mean? That's what I believe. But just hear me out. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I think we're so entrenched in our delusions and the lies that we've all created to create this matrix, right? It's all of lies. But if we, like, here's the deal. This is why I think Jesus was so powerful. This is honestly what I think. I could be wrong. I wasn't there. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to use my common sense. I'm like, how did a just a normal man be able to perform these miracles, right? So you got to understand this. And I think this is where there's probably missing stuff. I'm just saying there's probably missing information. I think that Mary was such a big, significant part of Jesus believing in himself because she would have been Jesus's, I guess you would say, rock, right? She's the one that knows that he was of a virgin birth. She would know the truth there. So therefore she would be the one telling him that he comes from God and that she would Carl can hardly work a keyboard. Wow. We all have our good traits and our bad traits, AAD. I'm not going to worry about what my typing skills are at my age. You know what I mean? It just doesn't really, I'm just not interested in it. I can do verbal communication. Heck, I can do verbal communication and let the typing go too. Why worry about things that I don't need to worry about? You know what I mean? If I'm ashamed of something, I'll go and I'll learn it. You know what I mean? But hey, why change things that you really can't change? Or I guess you can, but I'd rather put my time into other things. You know what I mean? What else we got going on here? Well, I'm just saying, hey, AD, like I say things, but do you go back and take a look? Does Elon have a Dyson sphere going around the fucking earth? And why is Skylink or whatever the fuck it is? Why so much of it? Why is it? looking like a Dyson sphere. You know what I mean? Well, I don't know who that is. I don't answer my phone. But I don't know. This is just what I worry about. Like, AD, do you do your studies? Have you been studying what was going on with the German people? Did you look into Joseph Goobler, not Gobble. He's the Goobler, I think. Google? I don't know. Just Google Schmittler's hype man. I try and tell you this. Hey, bud, they were doing good works all around Germany. I'm telling you, bud, they were straightening shit out because they had like the communist shit and they had all this. Well, they said there was a bunch of weirdo shit going on that they wanted to eliminate. They were really trying to bring the people because they were going to have a prosperity fucking Germany. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And then they decided that they wanted to take over their neighbors' places. Now, this is a different tactic by Don Don. He deny. Like, I'd love to see you guys deny the fact that I think Canada helps you guys more than they are a hindrance. You know what I mean? To your economies and stuff like that. Like we do buy your guys' shit. Your guys' shitty fucking franchises are all over here. Fuck your cars, all that stuff. You know what I mean? Canada really lacks identity and innovation of its own. But then again, if we got innovative, someone from America would want to stop us because they wouldn't want to get that caught on. You know what I mean? Fucking thinking outside of the fucking box. But then again, AD, they got you trapped in such a big old little tiny kind of like box. I said big old, but it's not. It's really tiny. Rules for your protection all the time. Bigger box. They do it in Canada real good. Like you guys are lucky in America. You know what I mean? They like to censor speech in Canada and put it in with children's acts and stuff like that. So, hey, if you don't, if you want to complain about losing your free speech, it's because you don't like children. You know what I mean? Fucking tricky little fucking government trying to weasel and manipulate the people, but they can't manipulate all of them. You know what I mean? There's got to be some of us ones out there willing to be crazy and fucking point it out to people, but hey, we're the hated ones. Hey D, don't worry though. The Mashiach's here, bud. The Christ. It's within you, bud. See, that's the thing. I fucking hate saying I'm the Mashiach and the Messiah. Because here's the deal, and this is the honest truth. I do believe it, but I'm not. I'm not yours. You know what? Do you understand what I mean? It's within you to change, bud. You gotta want to be with Jesus. You gotta, you gotta want that anointing oil. You gotta work for her, bud. You know what I mean? The Seahawk is in you. We're all chosen. We're all chosen, AD. We got choices to make. We got the current guy that you fuck around with, and where his ending takes you, I don't know. Or you can be with God. You know what I mean? And all you got to do is sit in the truth for that. You got to be able to stand your ground, be bold, be proud to be with God. They tell people of God to fucking stay silent and sit in stupidity and just don't acknowledge things. Like, I watch a lot of preachers, but this is like the whole deliverance thing, the Greg Locke thing. Like, they don't approach things like a man of God would, you know what I mean? And I liked Greg Locke. I thought this guy's speaking a lot of truth, but then when you actually pay attention, you're like, he's all sorts of fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, even the Mashiach, you know what I mean? But after time, you got to ask yourselves these questions. Hey, this deliverance thing Greg's doing, hey, do you believe in it? Well, if Greg did, he'd fucking go find some real demons. You know what I mean? And like Bill Gates or whatever, him and his fucking entourage. But then you got fucking Greg Locke dancing up there, fucking acting the fool, just putting on a performance. I don't think that's what God wants. I don't think, oh, you little witches, I know who you are. The demons gave you up. I know all your names. Well, hey, first of all, if they were in your church, you would go talk to them personally and say, hey, I know you guys are witches. I know what you're up to. If you want to change, you're more than welcome to stay. But if you want to stay, here's the price. Because you tried to fuck us. I'm going to have to tell the people who you are, tried to fuck us, but you want to stay to get better. So you're not into witchy, stupid things. But that it doesn't happen like that. Greg puts on a big performance, never says who the witches are, and just you know what I mean? It's all sorts of weird performing. Like that guy's in Israel every other fucking week too, seems like. See, I pay attention, you know what I mean? Well, hey, vintage, there's this guy named Bryce Mitchell, and he took huge, because I don't think he said it the way he should have. Huge issues about how Hitler was somebody you would want to go out and fish with, and because he was doing all the right things for the people. So sound familiar? They've got Trump as the just the powerful man, but yet the everyday man can get behind Trump. Does that sound like a man you want to go fishing with? And here's the deal. He's not wrong. America loved Schmittler back in 1938. They named Schmittler the man of the fucking year. Who was the man of the year this year? I'll let you guys go research that one out. But hey, we do have some eerie situations going on around the world right now. And I wish you guys would go watch Mr. MRB 333, get an idea of the eerie things. But one of the eerie things that I've noticed is doesn't seem to be anything wrong with Donald's ear. Just thinking if he got shot, there would be some sort of something, right? Or he has the best plastic surgeons in the world. Maybe they can just show that paperwork, or they would have pictures of the actual damn because it was a bleeding, right? There was blood on Donald's face for that photo op of the. I'm just thinking, could you fake something like that? Would you? Would you? I would hope not. That would really mean you're not with God. Why would you fake something like that, right? But hey, that's when everybody knew. Everybody knew. RFK knew. He's like, I better fucking concede. How am I gonna get past this? This guy's had an assassination attempt. Which side am I gonna join? But here's the deal. I even got questions for people like RFK because I like some of the things RFK says. I truly believe you can have a spiritual awakening through fucking Carl Jung, but you always got to stick with the truth. You know what I mean? You always got to be in the truth. You can't slide fucking in and out. And no, you got to be in her full time. One of the things that question I watched it as he did his thing to get the position to check out the vaccines and all that stuff, right? He would not commit to making money off of it. He wouldn't commit to it. It was weird. You know what I mean? You think he'd be more committed to his job and not worrying so much about the money, you know what I mean? Just say that simple thing, but no. It was like Cash Patel when he was getting his. There's just some fucking answers that people give, and you gotta ask yourself. Like a lot of their answers are good, don't get me wrong. I may be misunderstanding, you know what I mean? But when Cash Patel says, hey, when they ask, can you pull up your what you said in the past right now in these hearings? Well, no, not unless I'm made to, but if I have to, I would just say, yeah, fuck, like, see, that's the thing. Like we were talking about fucking Guy Pearce here. If he just would have been a man and stood up to fucking Kevin Spacey, and I would have just recorded it. You know what I mean? Hey, Kevin, I'm recording this between the two of us, and I'm letting you know, don't try and fuck my career because I won't fuck you. Okay? So let's get that straight. Because if my career starts tanking, I'm going to start asking questions on if you had something to do with it. Now, I'm going to just keep this between the two of us, and you don't go around bothering the other boys. Because if I hear you are, this recording is going to come back out again. You know what I mean? And then maybe Kevin would have just smartened the fuck up, got with the truth, and knew it was not okay to touch people that didn't want to be touched. That's what I mean. We learn our lessons because we get put in our fucking place. You know what I mean? Like I said, we're always too afraid to put someone in their place because they might hurt us. They got power and money and influence. And no, I mean, if someone's gonna find God, I think an ex-junkie could be the one who finds God. That's got to be one of the hardest things to go through and suffer, right? You're just begging for something outside to help get you through it. That's what I think. That's why I think so many ex-junkies become lovers of God because they felt his power, but I don't think they reach high enough. You know what I mean? He'll be there for us if we want the truth, but we have to want his son so fucking bad. And I don't think we get it. Jesus said he was the truth and the fucking way. If you're not living in the truth, you're living in a fucking delusion. Like Triple T's living in a fucking delusion of what he thinks he is. And he's not that. He's a brainwashed soldier who refuses to give in to the fucking truth. What else is going on? Hey, I made an Elon video earlier. Kevin Spacey. Kevin. Like, what do you guys think? Do you guys think government officials should be able to lie to you guys about who they are? Got the first and last names of 6 witches. Yeah, I see there's flooding in Kentucky. I see the gotcha man says, "Hey, maybe it's God." Maybe it is. Maybe it's time to wake up. Like, here's the deal, Vintage. I can't even get fucking Sly to respond. Hey, let me know where I'm wrong, Sly. Hey, I get with the fucking truth. You know what I mean? I'd stop fucking playing stupid fucking games. You know what I mean? You want to keep living a fucking lie, keep fucking living in it. Like, this world is just fucking, I don't, it's a fucking joke. It's a fucking, we slap God in the face. Like, these fucking preachers like Joel Osteen and fucking Kenneth Copeland and fucking most of them. They're all like these shows like Ruslan. What the fuck are you doing for the kingdom of God? You're just regurgitating a fucking. How do you step into Jesus? Listen to fucking Ruslan. Hey, believe in Jesus. Just believe. That's it. That's it. The devil rules this fucking world because devil owns everybody's fucking brains because no one wants to step into the right side of their fucking brain and see what reality is. Because unfortunately, if you're going to step into the right side of your brain, your imagination's going to go. But here's the deal. If you have people to talk to try and figure out what the truth is, as you're trying to bring yourself back together because your old self is fucking shattered. You don't even care about that motherfucker anymore. You don't want anything to do with them. All you want is the truth. But in order to do that, you got to figure out what made you into that person that needed to be reborn to begin with. You know what I mean? What steps did you take to change? How are you going to make sure you don't become that person again? You know what I mean? If someone comes up to you and says, "Hey, you did this to me," don't fucking run away from it. Don't hide. Don't make them look like a shitty fucking crazy person. Accept your responsibility for what you did. Explain why you did it, how you fixed it, how you're going to make sure you don't hurt anybody anymore because you realize the pain that you put them through or whatever in whatever situation. We as humans just don't want to fucking learn or evolve. We're too busy fucking just wanting shit. We want to be loved. We want money. We want fame. We just want people to pay attention to us. You know what I mean? I mean, what is Johnny Dagburn's wife's purpose on the fucking internet? What is she spreading around other than her fucking ass? Like, I don't know. That's just not. Maybe I'm just women are allowed to do whatever it is they want. I wouldn't marry a woman like that felt so fucking insecure that she had to go on the internet and shake her fucking ass. No, thank you. Not my type of girl. Lots of guys out there that are into it, though. You know what I mean? But then again, you got old Johnny chomping on her ass in the videos, promoting it, loving it. Oh, look at me. Hey, Kurt, you and your boy Upchurch, you guys are super fucked. What are you gonna do when Upchurch can't escape this? Hey, bud, I'm telling you, I'm the Mashiach and you're part of my story, and you look like a fucking goofball with your buddy Upchurch. Hey, bud, hope you were riding high, loving the devil. You know what I mean? Oh, you love the devil's dick, don't you, Curtis? Hey? Can't get enough. Can't get enough. You like child fuckers out there, don't you? You little fucking pussy. You are the biggest of pussies. You and your buddy Upchurch. Can you imagine when people see those videos that Upchurch commented on? Can't escape it, bud. I got and showing is a real Upchurch. Oh, baby boy. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Got you guys all of yous. All of yous. I wonder, this ain't to be mean because I don't know what happens when you die. But people are gonna have to see Wade and the way that he acted. Maybe he can talk the rest of Creek. People can talk the rest of Creek Squad into going, hey, I don't think that's the way you want to act before you go. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, is there something into this truth thing that I'm talking about? You know what I mean, Kurt? Should you always want the truth regardless of the situation? Should you pick the truth or should you pick your friend? You know what I mean? A lot of people are gonna pick their friends. And hey, if you're Jelly Roll, you might even pick your nose. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, hey. Your boy Upchurch talks about being real, but hey, but he's the one that made Adam Calhoun, didn't he? That's a little narcissistic, isn't it? Oh, but you guys, Elton John knows who I am. Oh, does Elton John know who you guys are? Oh, little small fries. I don't know who Mises is. No, not at all. No. Come on, Kurt. Mises never said they were best friends, but he's like, we know each other to talk to each other. We would know each other in a room. You know what I mean? But no, Upchurch makes it sound like Mises says he's my best friend. Nah, that's the thing. That's the thing with narration, eh? You got to pay attention. And sometimes not attention to the narration, actually pay attention to what's going on. You know what I mean? Your buddy Johnny Gobble there, he's a narrator as well. He likes to tell his own story, even though the truth has already been told by himself, but he still gets out there and creates this fucking fantasy land for himself that, well, you're more than happy to talk to, eh, Curtis? Hey, Curdy Kurt. You are a slime bag and a half, bud. You are one of the dirtiest. People just love you too, Kurt. They do, eh? You got a lot of subbies. I don't know how. It's a charming. It's because you're so handsome, Kurt. It's because you're handsome. And you're a friend of Upchurch's. I think it's more because you're a friend of Upchurch's. You get to go in Castle Grayskull over there, and well, Curtis is busy. He doing praying. He's gonna be doing praying. Him and Upchurch be praying together. Oh my God, I didn't know. Oh my God, I didn't know. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean the truth means something? What do you mean? Hey, should I have gone after Carl because he wanted me to be a man and not want child fuckers out on the streets? But instead, I'll criticize him, knock him, and tell everybody he's crazy. That's the route to go. You know what I mean? But then again, there was Carl the whole time making an ass out of himself because, well, Upchurch is telling him he's chosen. There's many videos to choose from there, Kurt. It's not my lie, dude. I just bit onto it. He also has Instagrams saying that he's down here working for Jesus, bud. Believe this. And I try and talk to you people about it, and it's like, no, he's not special, and neither are you. Well, no, you got to hear my story. No, we don't like your story. We're going to make a whole brand new one up. Come on in, little me. You tell great stories. We'll add on to Wade's stories, to your stories, to fucking the Red Dog stories. Fuck, we got Carl as a fucking touched his own children and shit. that's gonna go well for us when we find out there's a God and there's actions to our consequences, and, well, Carl chose to be chosen by God. I work for God because I choose to. I'd rather be in the truth, you know what I mean? I'd rather have a purpose, Kurt, not just to spread a church around, you know what I mean? I wanna spread real love around, but in order to get real love, we have to live in the truth, bud. Because if we're not living in a truth, we're living in a delusion, and a delusion is a lie, buddy, and when you die and you're in a lie, how can you expect a good place? Because you were never willing to fight for the truth. Why would God let you come into his kingdom when you would just fucking destroy it because you don't care about the truth? It's all sorts of weird out here in this world, dude. I'm just asking questions. I don't ever say the stuff that I say is real. Oopsie. Oh my God, Tom McDonald with the Hanks is a. Yeah, I seen that. I've seen that. Well, here's the deal. It shouldn't be too hard to figure out who the really bad ones are because, like I said, they tried to fuck Trump. And if you listen to Trump's interviews, there's one thing you're gonna learn. If you try and fuck with Trump, he'll fuck you back real hard any chance he gets. And if what why was Robert De Niro running around on the streets fucking like saying, "Hey, if fucking Donald Trump gets in office, I'm going to jail." What the fuck is that about? Like, why should an actor ever worry about someone getting in office and somehow that would put them in jail unless they'd fucking done something wrong that the fucking president knows about? But then again, the president knew about a lot of shit and didn't fucking say nothing. He knew shit about the Marcones. He lets them just do their satanic bullshit all over the place, but he's all about God. But doesn't know whether he likes the Old Testament or the New Testament, or can't even say. All he says is, "Well, they both have." I'd explain, like I've always said, "Hey, like this is what I get from the Bible. Like what I get, the Old Testament, it tells you that God, there's no God without the creation, right? So in the beginning was God, and with God was the Word. And if the Word is Jesus, and he's the seed of God, it's just like a man has a spermie, right? And that spermie is part of that man. And do you get what I mean? So with my sons, there's a part of me in my sons. And so from the beginning, I think there was God and the creation. And then from the creation, who is the Son of Man, right? Jesus tried telling us that. Anyways, I'm going into new. Jesus tried telling us, hey, not only am I in you, God's in you, because God's in me. I'm the seed of God. So you get what I mean. But anyways, I got off track with that. But anyways, the Old Testament, this is what I get. 10 simple rules. Then there's some stories of prophets of God who go through extraordinary suffering to come back and try and help the people. And they weren't perfect men either. But God, they chose God and God chose them. They stepped up and did what it took to fulfill what God had for his people. Job, suffering, you know what I mean? Everything taken away from him. Moses, he had to suffer. He had to realize that he needed to be reborn. He had to, he had that soul that he'd killed a man and he had to get over that and deal with it and be a new person and know that he wasn't that person anymore and that he was now with God and that, you know what I mean? And Jeremiah, like the balls on that motherfucker, right? Like, I relate with a lot of these guys. They say he was the weeping prophet, and I've been on my fucking hands and knees saying, God, I don't want this. Fucking hurts too much. It hurts too much. But hey, God tells me, get off your knees, pussy. Rise and shine. You're a child of mine. And we don't get on our knees. We stand like fucking proud men and fight for what's right. But hey, that's the God I serve. He's a loving God. You know what I mean? God wants his soldiers strong. He wants them all armored up. And that's with the truth, because nobody can hurt you. They can kill you, they can shoot you, they can do whatever. But if you're living in the truth, I think you get so much more than what's in store for those who decide to live in the delusion, stay living in the matrix, eating the slop that Bill Gates provides. Our world could be so beautiful, and you guys just fucking don't see it. No fucking comprehension. You know what I mean? Hey, these fucking billionaire tycoons do not own the oil in the earth. God did not give it to them. They told you that they owned it, and that's the only reason they own it is because they tell you. It's the art of the deal. It's making you believe things that really aren't real. Don't give your power over to a couple men. You know what I mean? Because what they'll do is they'll plant Satan into your heads and make you think that they're good and always working for you. And meanwhile, they don't really care about you. They just want you manipulated and doing as they say. It's like being a creek squatter, you know what I mean? It's like not giving a fuck what Ryan says, just blindly believing him and not ever fucking, finding out the truth for yourself. But hey, and you say that's right, Satan. Let's go. Here's your coffee. That's the thing. You're right, vintage. It's all a mind game. That's all it is. And when fucking Donald Trump figures out that he's not living in the truth, and Elon figures out that they're making huge mistakes, like huge, huge. Maybe it's not too late for him to turn around. But then again, who knows? Maybe there's things I don't know and they're working for the good side. I don't know. But I will continue to ask questions and not make an ass out of myself just assuming that people are good. You know what I mean? And hey, I'm willing to look like an ass and say sorry if I'm wrong. You know what I mean? Elon already knows. Q was my favorite psyop. Hey, I wanted to buy into it, all of it. I want to believe people. That's the problem. It's just when they do things that you should question them on, you should question them on it. And then when you get so many questions, you're like, but hey, it's all right to look foolish, eh, vintage? It's just not okay to stay the fool. You know what I mean? If you know the truth, don't stay in fucking the delusion and foolish land and stop being a clown. You know what I mean? Or there are good clowns. They're called Heyokas, I think. I'm one of them. I'm a little backwards. We do things backwards. Did you know the brain is made backwards, Vintage? Did you know that? But then again, who knows? I'm gonna go. I hope you guys have a good day, especially you, Vintage. It's nice to have you in here. And maybe I'll come back later tonight and I'll find something new to talk about. You know what I mean? And if anybody has any comments, just leave them in the comment section where I've said something that, you know, clearly out of tune, not in frequency, or I'm just not currently up to date. Anyways, you guys have a good day. I gotta go pee really bad.